What's going on, guys? Big welcome to you all to our channel. We are Team Crushing the Meta, and today we have the SP Lioness to talk about and to say if the card is worth getting if you already have the older versions of it. So the oldest version of the card came in a triple rare, so this is the oldest one, and this was pretty cool because when we got this card, it was also for us possible to be able to flip as much G Guardians faster, but also it is a huge shield value. We see right here that the text or the flavor text say, "I'm more than enough to stop all of you by myself." That's pretty cool. They actually kept the same text with the new one. "I'm more than enough to stop all of you by myself." And then you see the differences between this one and that one is that this one shines differently, and most of the new cards actually have that the same thing, those scatters that you see in the background. This one is lighter on the colors, this one a little bit darker, and also you can see that they have done some differences, as in you see right here that this one looks as in its higher quality, the text is easier to read, while this one is more faded back, and also you see that the text section is a little bit smaller than the original one. Everything else is kind of the same. The triple R's are different, as in they are smaller now, but the shields is the same, the grade is the same. They didn't change anything else about the card because of course it's a G card. You see the shield here shines better. The Spike Brothers Ogul, Spike Brother Ogul, all of that, or Org, all of that is kind of the same. So for these two, that's less interesting. We could just jump and talk about the important one, which is the SP. Do you get the SP, or is the older reprint better? Well, the first thing that you see on the older card, of course, is that it's one card. It's just one surface. Well, with this one, it's of course because it's an SP, you can see more about the card. When you move this card around, there are some small details that you don't really notice, like the earrings that he has, the piercings. So the smaller stuff you don't really notice, but you do notice the bigger things like the belt. Yeah, so you do notice that. But when it comes to this card, there is of course way more detail into it. You can see that even the backlighting is different. You can see the color orange coming out, pretty cool. You can also see that these are jets. You can see it moving. Even things like the earrings, the eyes, everything, the spikes, you can see that way better. So if you ask me, if you're a big Spike Brother fan, then I definitely get the SP. It looks really beautiful. But if you put them in sleeves, the difference is not that big. They'll also be chilling in your G zone, so you pretty much will put them like for 5 seconds there and they will go away. But again, if you're a big Spike Brother fan, and if you are a diehard Spike Brother fan, I would definitely say get the SP. For myself, I'm getting of course 3 for my deck and 1 for the binder, and yeah, I have enough of these, but I will be taking them out of the main deck and putting these beautiful SPs in there. So that's actually it for this video, just the fast video to talk about is it worth it or not to get the new beautiful SP Lioness. If you ask me, depend on how diehard of a Spike fan you are. If you are, then definitely get at least 3 that you could play them in your deck, or 1 for collection, that's also cool. And if you're not, then and you have these, that's good as well. If you have the other ones, try to get these because I don't think that they are expensive at all, and they are just beautiful because they have that SP-ness as in the other one. Change the things that you see differently again is the text is smaller, so you can see more of the card. As you can see, the text here is a little bit bigger, but everything on the card is kind of the same. As you see, the sentence end right there, well, this one ends there, and you can see that the first part of the skill takes 1, 2, 3 rows, while this one just takes 2 because the text is more compact. I think everything else on the card is kind of the same. Yeah, it's actually the same. This one has the choose a face down card from your G zone and then turn it face up. It has that at the part, and then when this card is placed, you may pay the cost. So the cost as the start. Well, this one said when this is placed on, then you can get the cost. So it's kind of different on the way that they written it down. I think this one is very close to the original one. Yeah, the original one just said choose a face down. It started with the cost as it originally did. While this one actually kind of is a different style. It's more like the V cards, as in the costs come in when there is a cost. Well, with the older cards, the costs just start there. It's kind of interesting that they made the reprint the same as the original card, and the older reprint, I mean the SP reprint, the same as the older card. Well, the older reprint is kind of different as in a V card. So I'm definitely very happy to be replacing these with this one, and then the whole G zone would look the same even with the way the cost is, and everything else looks of course way better on the SP than the older double rare reprints. Alright guys, thank you for watching, thank you for tuning in to our channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, like and comment, and we'll definitely see you in the next video. So till next time.